This message is not meant for everyone, and it is not arriving by chance. If you are reading or hearing this now, understand first that the timing is intentional. There are moments when God speaks loudly through circumstances, and there are moments when He speaks quietly through awareness. This is the second kind. A sacred warning does not always come with danger attached to it. Often it comes with care, precision, and deep personal attention. Today is one of those moments. God's intention in this message is not to instill fear, tension, or hypervigilance. Fear does not produce wisdom, and anxiety does not lead to alignment. This warning exists for a higher purpose: preparation, protection, and spiritual alignment. It is an invitation to move through the day differently, not cautiously but consciously, not withdrawn but aware, not guarded by fear but guided by wisdom. Chosen ones are often warned not because they are weak, but because they are valuable. God does not issue divine alerts randomly. He warns those He is actively guiding, those whose steps matter and those whose presence carries spiritual weight. This message is a sign of intimacy, not threat. It reveals that God is paying attention to your movements, your interactions, and your inner state today. There is a subtle shift in the spiritual atmosphere surrounding this day. You may not be able to explain it logically, but something feels different. Your sensitivity is heightened. Your intuition feels closer to the surface. This is not anxiety, it is discernment. Discernment does not shout, it nudges. It does not rush, it steadies. God is inviting you to walk through this day with that steady awareness, fully engaged. This message is also an invitation to slow down internally, even if externally the day feels busy. To notice before reacting, to pause before speaking, to sense before deciding. Wisdom often works quietly, protecting you from things you never see and redirecting you without dramatic signs. Today, awareness is your shield. You are not being restricted. You are being covered. You are not being limited. You are being aligned. God's warnings are never about control. They are about care. They are not meant to shrink your life, but to preserve what He is developing within you. When God warns a chosen one, it is because there is something worth protecting and something ahead worth preparing for. As you move forward into this day, let peace lead you. Let wisdom guide your responses. Let awareness shape your pace. You are not walking alone, and you are not walking blindly. God goes before you, walks beside you, and works within you. This message is not urgency without purpose. It is love expressed through divine attention. God does not warn everyone in the same way, and He certainly does not warn without reason. A divine warning is not a sign of danger hovering over you. It is a sign of guidance already active in your life. Many people move through their days disconnected, unaware, and spiritually numb. Chosen ones are different. When God warns you, it is because He is already walking closely with you, paying attention to your steps and shaping your awareness moment by moment. Divine warnings are a privilege. They are given to those God trusts with responsibility, not those He fears will fail. A warning is evidence of relationship. It means God is involved in the ordinary details of your life, not just the dramatic or miraculous moments. He cares about where you go, how you respond, what you allow into your spirit, and how you carry yourself today. That level of involvement is not given to everyone. This warning also confirms something important. God is actively guiding your daily steps, not merely observing from a distance. You are not navigating life alone and hoping for divine intervention if something goes wrong. Heaven is already engaged. Angels are already attentive. Direction is already present. The warning is simply a signal to tune in more clearly to what is already happening around and within you. You may notice that when this kind of warning arrives, it does not come with panic, it comes with clarity. There is no sense of doom attached to it, only a quiet knowing that today matters. That feeling is not anxiety. Anxiety rushes, pressures, and overwhelms. Discernment steadies, slows, and sharpens. If you feel more aware rather than afraid, that is confirmation that this message is from God. Chosen ones are often spiritually sensitive in ways they do not always recognize. You may pick up on atmospheres quickly. You may sense tension before words are spoken or feel shifts in energy without being able to explain why. This sensitivity is not weakness, and it is not something to suppress. It is discernment. God uses it to guide you gently away from unnecessary conflict, distraction, or spiritual interference. Today carries a different spiritual weight. That does not mean something bad is destined to happen. It means interactions matter more. Words carry more impact. Reactions shape outcomes. When God warns you, it is often because small decisions today have larger consequences tomorrow. He is not asking you to be perfect, He is asking you to be present. There are moments when a single conversation, a brief delay, or a restrained response protects you from outcomes you will never see. God understands this even when you do not. His warning is not about predicting trouble. It is about positioning you correctly within the flow of His protection. Alignment today preserves peace later. This warning is also an affirmation of trust. God would not alert you if He did not believe you were capable of responding with wisdom. He would not call your attention if He did not trust your discernment to guide you. You are not being watched with suspicion, you are being guided with care. So do not tense up, do not overanalyze every moment. Simply stay aware, walk with intention. Listen before reacting. Trust that God's involvement in your life is active, precise, and personal. This warning is not a burden. It is a reminder that you are not unseen, unguided, or unprotected today. When you step outside, you are not just entering streets, buildings, or public spaces. You are stepping into a living spiritual environment. Every place carries atmosphere. Every gathering holds emotional residue. Every interaction exchanges energy, whether people are aware of it or not. For most, this goes unnoticed. For a chosen one, it is subtly felt, even if it is not consciously analyzed. You do not seek attention, yet you are spiritually noticeable. This is not about appearance, confidence, or behavior. It is about alignment. It is about when someone walks in inner stillness, clarity, and obedience, it creates contrast. Light does not announce itself. It reveals itself by presence alone. This is why at times you may notice people reacting to you without a clear reason, some drawn, some uncomfortable, some curious, some defensive. As a chosen one, your sensitivity increases when you are in public spaces. You may suddenly feel drained in certain environments or unusually calm in others. Crowded places may feel heavier than they once did. Certain conversations may feel intrusive or unnecessary. This is not social withdrawal. It is spiritual perception sharpening. God is allowing you to sense what nourishes you and what depletes you. When you go outside, you are also more aware of emotions. that are not your own. You may sense tension, sadness, anger, or restlessness in others without being told. This does not mean you are meant to absorb or fix it. Discernment is not ownership. Awareness does not equal responsibility. God is teaching you to notice without carrying what does not belong to you. Exposure does not mean danger, but it does mean interaction. Every interaction carries a choice: engage, observe, or disengage. Not everything requires your response. Not every situation deserves your energy. Boundaries are not walls, they are filters. They allow wisdom to decide what enters and what remains outside. God is guiding you to move through spaces without being pulled into unnecessary emotional or spiritual exchanges. You may also notice that silence becomes more valuable when you are outside. Words feel heavier. Speaking without intention feels draining. This is not fear of expression, it is maturity. God is training you to understand that your words carry weight. Silence, when guided, can be protective. Listening often reveals more than reacting ever could. As you move through the day, you may feel prompted to change pace, slowing down, taking a different route, delaying a decision, or leaving a place earlier than planned. These nudges are not random. They are quiet adjustments made by divine guidance. Many protections look like inconvenience in the moment, but reveal themselves as mercy later. Being spiritually noticeable does not make you a target. It makes you guarded. God does not expose His chosen ones without covering them. Awareness is the covering. Discernment is the shield. Obedience is the pathway. When you remain aligned, you move through environments untouched by chaos, even while standing within it. Some people will feel comforted by your presence. Others may feel unsettled, not because you have done anything wrong, but because peace exposes unrest. This is not your responsibility to manage. Your role is not to adjust your light to make others comfortable. Your role is to remain grounded, respectful, and emotionally independent. Going outside today is not something to fear. It is something to do consciously, move gently, observe quietly, protect your inner stillness. God is not asking you to hide from the world. He is teaching you how to walk through it without losing your alignment. As you move through this day, understand this clearly. Not everything you encounter is random, and not everything is meant to challenge you. Some moments are designed to reveal how far you have grown. God does not test to trap or embarrass His chosen ones. He allows subtle tests to confirm maturity, alignment, and readiness. These tests are rarely dramatic. They are quiet, ordinary, and easily overlooked. One of the most common tests you may face today is patience. Delays that seem unnecessary, interruptions that break your rhythm, people who move slower than you expect, or situations that do not resolve as quickly as you hoped. In earlier seasons, these moments may have triggered frustration. Today they are invitations, not to tolerate passively, but to respond consciously. Patience now is not weakness, it is mastery. Another hidden test is restraint. You may feel the urge to explain yourself, correct someone, defend your position, or prove your understanding. But maturity often shows itself through silence. God watches not only what you say, but what you choose not to say. Restraint preserves your energy and protects your authority. You do not need to win every exchange to walk in truth. Humility will also be tested, not in obvious ways, but through small moments where ego could quietly rise. Recognition may come or it may not. Your contribution may go unnoticed. Someone else may receive credit for something you helped build. These moments reveal where your identity is anchored. Chosen ones learn to serve without needing visibility because their confidence is rooted in divine approval, not public validation. You may also experience provocations. These are not meant to weaken you. They are meant to expose whether old reactions still live in you. A comment that feels dismissive, a tone that feels disrespectful, a behavior that once would have pulled you into emotional response. Today, God is observing whether you react from old patterns or respond from new awareness. Calm is the evidence of transformation. Some tests arrive disguised as opportunities, invitations that look appealing but carry misalignment, conversations that feel engaging but drain you afterward. God may allow these moments to surface so you can practice discernment. Saying no at the right time is just as spiritual as saying yes. Discernment is not about fear of mistakes, it is about trust in inner guidance. Divine encounters may also appear today, not always with people who look spiritual. Sometimes they appear as strangers, brief conversations, or simple moments of kindness. These encounters are not meant to impress you. They are meant to affirm your character. How you treat people when nothing is gained reveals more than any public act of faith. Redirections are another form of divine protection. A plan may change unexpectedly. A meeting may be canceled. A path may close without explanation. Do not assume loss. God often reroutes His chosen ones away from unseen complications. What feels like delay can be preservation. What feels like obstruction can be mercy. Small obediences matter more today than dramatic gestures. Choosing peace over argument, kindness over indifference, listening over reacting. These choices may feel insignificant, but they create spiritual alignment. Heaven responds to consistency, not performance. God values the quiet yes more than the loud declaration. Do not search for tests or encounters. Awareness does not mean suspicion. It means presence. Remain grounded in your body, steady in your emotions, and clear in your intentions. God is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to be honest, responsive, and anchored. If you sense a moment asking more of you, pause before acting. Ask for wisdom, not control. The goal of these hidden tests is not pressure, it is confirmation. Confirmation that you are no longer who you were. Confirmation that your growth is real. Confirmation that you can move through the world with discernment instead of fear. Today is not about proving yourself to God. It is about allowing your inner alignment to guide your outer responses. And in doing so, you pass tests you never needed to know were there. As you move through this day, you may notice that some people respond to you with unusual intensity. These reactions may seem disproportionate to the situation, unexpected, or confusing. It is important to understand that these responses are not always about you personally. Very often they are responses to what your presence represents. When you walk in calm awareness, emotional balance, and inner clarity, it creates contrast. Many people are living in constant inner noise, unresolved stress, suppressed emotions, fear, comparison, or quiet frustration. Peace, when encountered by unrest, can feel confronting. Your grounded energy can unintentionally expose what others are avoiding within themselves. Some people may react defensively. They may misinterpret your neutrality as distance, your silence as judgment, or your boundaries as rejection. This happens because emotional independence can feel threatening to those who rely on external validation or control. When someone cannot access your energy easily, it may unsettle them. This is not your responsibility to fix. Others may react with attraction or curiosity. They may feel drawn to your presence, wanting to talk, share, or be near you without knowing why. This is not always romantic or intentional. Sometimes it is simply recognition. Peace recognizes peace. Stability recognizes stability. When someone encounters what they are seeking internally, they may gravitate toward it unconsciously. It is also possible that some reactions come from projection. People may assign motives, assumptions, or expectations to you that do not belong to you. They may see you as confident when you are simply calm, or distant when you are simply discerning. Projection says more about the observer than the observed. Do not absorb narratives that are not yours. Boundaries play a significant role here. When you no longer over-explain, over-give, or over-engage, it changes relational dynamics. People who benefited from your previous availability may resist this shift. Growth often disrupts comfort zones. Choosing balance can feel like abandonment to those accustomed to access without accountability. Not all strong reactions are negative. Some people may feel inspired by your presence. Your restraint, composure, or kindness may encourage them to reflect on their own behavior. You may never hear about this impact, but it exists. Influence does not require visibility. Sometimes the most meaningful shifts happen quietly. It is crucial to remain emotionally independent today. Do not internalize others' reactions as feedback on your worth. Do not rush to adjust yourself to maintain harmony. Harmony that requires self-betrayal is not peace. God is teaching you to stay centered regardless of external responses. If someone reacts strongly, pause before responding. Observe your body, notice your breath. Calm yourself internally before engaging externally. You are allowed to respond with kindness and firmness at the same time. Strength does not require intensity. Authority does not require volume. You may also encounter moments where you feel misunderstood. Resist the urge to correct every perception. Not everyone is meant to understand you in this season. Clarity is not always achieved through explanation. Sometimes it is revealed through consistency over time. Remember, your presence is not meant to soothe everyone. It is meant to remain aligned. When you stay grounded, reactions lose their power over you. You become an observer rather than a participant in emotional turbulence. God is not calling you to withdraw from people, nor to engage with everyone deeply. He is calling you to discern wisely. Let reactions pass through you, not into you. Your peace is not fragile, it is rooted. Today your task is simple. Remain yourself without apology. Let others feel what they feel. You do not need to manage their emotions. You need to guard your alignment. When you do, even strong reactions become neutral information rather than emotional burdens. Before you move fully into the day, God is inviting you to adjust your pace, not to slow down out of fear, but to move deliberately. Rushing creates noise. Deliberate movement creates clarity. When your actions are calm and intentional, your discernment remains accessible. Speed, when unnecessary, disconnects you from inner guidance. Begin by grounding yourself. Take a moment to center your breath, your thoughts, and your body. You do not need a long ritual. Awareness is enough. A simple internal acknowledgement, I am guided today, aligns your posture with trust. This is not about controlling outcomes. It is about consenting to direction. Guard your words today. Speech carries energy. Words spoken impulsively often require repair later. Choose language that is clean, honest, and restrained. You do not need to explain your reasoning to everyone. You do not need to fill silence. Silence, when chosen, preserves clarity and authority. Let your words be purposeful, not reactive. Guard your energy as well. Notice where you feel pulled unnecessarily into drama, speculation, or emotional labor that is not yours to carry. You are allowed to disengage politely. Boundaries do not require justification, they require consistency. God honors boundaries because they protect what He is cultivating within you. Pay attention to where your focus goes. What you repeatedly look at, think about, or dwell on shapes your inner state. Redirect your attention gently when it drifts toward anxiety or comparison. Focus on what is present, not hypothetical outcomes. Today does not require prediction, it requires presence. Release the need to control timing. Some things will unfold slower than you expect. Others may resolve more quickly than anticipated. Trust divine pacing. Control tightens the nervous system. Trust relaxes it. When you feel the urge to force clarity, pause. Clarity often arrives when pressure is released. Stay emotionally neutral in chaos. This does not mean becoming cold or detached. It means choosing steadiness over absorption. You can acknowledge tension without becoming tense. You can witness confusion without becoming confused. Emotional neutrality is not indifference, it is stability. Anchor yourself in gratitude. Gratitude shifts perception from threat to provision. Notice small protections, delays that saved you stress, quiet moments that restore balance, guidance that redirects you gently. Gratitude strengthens trust and reduces reactivity. If something feels misaligned, listen. Do not override discomfort with logic alone. Discernment often speaks through subtle signals: tightness, heaviness, unease. These are not instructions to panic, they are invitations to pause. Ask for wisdom before acting. God is not asking you to be hyper-alert, He is asking you to be receptive. Awareness does not mean scanning for danger, it means remaining open to guidance. When your posture is receptive, redirection comes naturally. Remember, you do not walk into this day alone. God goes before you, preparing paths you cannot see. He walks beside you, adjusting moments as needed. He works within you, guiding responses quietly. You are not responsible for managing everything that happens. You are responsible for how you move through it. Today is not about effort, it is about alignment. Move with intention, speak with care, rest when prompted, trust what unfolds. These instructions are not restrictions, they are support. They allow you to engage the world without losing yourself in it. When you step outside, carry this understanding with you. You are protected, guided, and anchored. Let that truth inform every step. This warning is not a sign of danger, it is a sign of intimacy. God does not warn from a distance, He warns from closeness. When guidance arrives before movement, it means you are being cared for, not restricted. This message is not meant to create tension in your spirit, but to remove it. Awareness is not a burden when it comes from love. There is a blessing hidden inside this warning, and it begins with peace. Not the temporary relief that comes from avoiding difficulty, but the deep calm that comes from knowing you are not navigating alone. When God prepares you in advance, your nervous system relaxes. You no longer feel the need to brace yourself for impact. You move through the day with steadiness instead of vigilance. Another blessing is clarity. This warning helps you see without overthinking. You become less reactive to distractions and more responsive to what matters. Clarity simplifies decisions. It reduces internal debate. You know when to engage and when to step back. That knowing is not rushed or loud. It is quiet and stable. Emotional freedom is also part of this blessing. When you understand that reactions, delays, and shifts are not personal attacks, you stop carrying unnecessary weight. You no longer need to manage how others feel about you. You are released from the pressure to maintain harmony at the cost of alignment. This freedom is subtle, but it is powerful. Protection flows naturally from alignment. God does not protect through fear, He protects through positioning. When you move with awareness, certain situations simply never reach you. Conversations dissolve before conflict forms. Decisions are delayed just long enough to prevent regret. You may never see what you were spared from, but that unseen protection is real. This warning also carries the blessing of attraction without force. When you are aligned, what belongs to you finds you without struggle. You no longer need to chase outcomes, convince people, or prove readiness. Alignment creates resonance. Opportunities, support, and clarity arrive in their proper time because you are internally prepared to receive them. There is also preparation taking place beneath the surface. God does not elevate without stabilizing. This warning is part of that stabilization. It is grounding you so that future movement does not overwhelm you. Promotion without preparation creates imbalance. Preparation without pressure creates sustainability. You may notice that your sense of authority feels quieter now. You do not need to assert it. You do not need to explain yourself. Quiet authority comes from inner agreement. When your thoughts, values, and actions align, you naturally move with confidence that does not demand recognition. Another blessing is trust. Not blind trust, but lived trust. Trust built through experience. You have seen guidance work before, even when it was unclear at the time. This warning reminds you of that history. It anchors you in memory, not imagination. You are not guessing, you are remembering. This awareness also invites gratitude. Gratitude deepens peace and keeps pride away. It reminds you that guidance is a gift, not an entitlement. When gratitude remains present, awareness stays clean. It does not turn into anxiety or overanalysis. Finally, this warning is a reminder of companionship. God is not watching you from afar. He is involved in your steps, your timing, your interactions. You are not meant to carry the weight of discernment alone. Guidance is shared, protection is shared, direction is shared. Walk forward knowing this preparation is already happening. Protection is already active. Alignment is already in motion. You do not need to add effort to receive what is unfolding. Simply remain present, grounded, and open. This warning is not limitation, it is love, it is care, it is evidence that you are seen, guided, and gently prepared for what comes next. As you move forward from this message, carry one truth above all others: you are not being restrained, you are being guided. Guidance is not meant to slow your life down, it is meant to steady it. When awareness replaces urgency, your steps become intentional, and intention creates alignment. This is how you walk through the world with quiet authority, not by force, but by inner agreement. Peace is your first instruction. Peace does not mean passivity, it means clarity without agitation. When peace is present, your reactions soften, your perception sharpens, and your decisions become simpler. You no longer feel the need to rush answers or defend your position. Peace allows you to respond rather than react, to listen rather than assume, to move with confidence rather than fear. Awareness is your second companion. Awareness is not hypervigilance. It is gentle attentiveness. It allows you to notice shifts without becoming consumed by them. Awareness helps you recognize when something is meant for you and when it is not. It teaches you to respect your own boundaries without guilt and to honor timing without resistance. With awareness, you learn that not every moment requires action. Some moments require presence. Quiet authority grows naturally from peace and awareness. This authority is not loud. It does not announce itself. It does not seek validation. Quiet authority comes from alignment. When your inner world and outer actions are consistent, people may feel it before they understand it. Situations may shift simply because you are grounded. You do not need to prove who you are. Your presence already communicates it. Respond with wisdom, not emotion. Emotions are valuable signals, but they are not meant to lead. Wisdom listens to emotion without being driven by it. When wisdom leads, you pause before speaking, you consider before deciding, and you choose long-term alignment over short-term relief. Wisdom protects you from regret and keeps your path clear. Trust that God goes before you. This means obstacles are already accounted for. Delays are already understood. You do not need to anticipate every outcome. Trust also means God walks beside you. You are not required to carry discernment alone. When uncertainty arises, you are not abandoned, you are accompanied, and trust that God works within you. The intuition you feel, the restraint you sense, the calm that arrives unexpectedly, these are not random. They are signs of internal guidance. This message is not asking you to withdraw from the world. It is inviting you to engage with it differently, to move without striving, to speak without over-explaining, to observe without absorbing. You are allowed to exist without reacting to every stimulus. You are allowed to choose stillness in the middle of motion. Remember that not every reaction you encounter is about you. Some people respond to your peace because it highlights their unrest. Some respond to your boundaries because they are unfamiliar with them. Some respond with recognition because they sense something aligned in you. You are not responsible for managing these reactions. Your responsibility is to remain anchored. This warning, this guidance is not rooted in fear. Fear tightens and constricts. Love expands and steadies. This message steadies you. It reminds you that preparation is an act of care. Protection is an act of love. Awareness is an invitation to move through life with dignity and trust. As you step forward, do so with gratitude. Gratitude keeps your heart open and your ego soft. It keeps you receptive without becoming dependent. Gratitude reminds you that guidance is a gift, not a burden. When gratitude leads, alignment follows. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You are not being tested beyond your capacity. You are being prepared according to your purpose. Each step you take with awareness reinforces that preparation. Walk forward calmly. Speak thoughtfully, move deliberately, let wisdom guide your pace, trust the unseen support around you. This is not restriction, it is care. This is not warning, it is love. And you are moving exactly as you need to, held by guidance that does not rush, abandon, or fail.